You know, there's a quiet revolution happening in workplaces all around the world. A totally new kind of coworker is joining the team, one that's made of circuits and steel, but it's probably not at all what you're picturing. So, when I say the word robot, what pops into your head? For most of us, right, it's that classic image, a gigantic, powerful industrial arm, maybe welding a car frame, sparks flying everywhere. And here's the key part. It's locked away behind a big, heavy-duty safety cage. Well, that whole picture, it's quickly becoming a thing of the past. We're in the middle of a massive shift from that old model, the caged, isolated robot designed to just replace a person, to the future. And the future is uncaged, it's interactive, it's adaptive, and this is so important, it's designed to augment us, not replace us. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to officially meet the cobot. Then we'll get into the secret sauce that makes this whole collaboration work. We'll see where they're already popping up in the real world, we'll talk about what this means for jobs, and finally, we'll look at the big picture, this new human-machine symbiosis. All right, let's dive right in and meet our new colleague. It's time to move beyond the cage. So here it is, the official definition. A cobot is, pretty simply, short for collaborative robot. The words you really want to focus on here are close, safe, and intuitive interaction. These are not machines that are meant to be kept separate. They are literally built from the ground up to work right next to people, in the same space. Okay, so that probably raises a pretty big question, right? How on earth is this partnership actually possible? What's the magic trick that lets a powerful machine work just inches away from a person without needing that giant fence? Well, it's not magic, but it is really clever. It all boils down to these three pillars. They have incredibly advanced sensors to understand what's around them. They run on intelligent software that lets them think and adapt. And, maybe most importantly, safety isn't just a feature bolted on at the end, it is built into their very design. Let's think about these sensors for a second. In a way, cobots have sensors just like us. They can feel pressure using something called force and torque sensors. They can anticipate when we're getting close with proximity sensors. They can see with high-tech vision systems, and some can even touch using tactile sensors. It gives them this incredible awareness of everything and everyone around them. Now, this right here, this is the absolute game changer. It's called force and torque limiting. Here's how it works. If a cobot arm is moving and it bumps into something it didn't expect to, like your arm, for instance, its internal sensors feel that tiny bit of extra force and instantly tell it to stop, or even just go limp. This one feature is pretty much what makes the safety cage a thing of the past. But it's not just about these safety reflexes. This is where the brains of the operation come in, powered by AI and machine learning. This is what allows a cobot to do so much more than just follow a rigid set of instructions. They can learn to recognize different things. They can start to predict what their human teammate is going to do next, and they can literally get better and more efficient at their job over time. Okay, so the technology is obviously really cool, but where are we actually seeing these things in the real world? Let's go on a little tour and see where cobots are popping up, from places you totally expect to some that might really surprise you. All right, first stop, the factory. No surprise here, they're becoming a huge help. They can handle really delicate assembly tasks, they can tend to other machines around the clock, they can do mind-numbing quality checks with perfect accuracy every single time, and they can help with all the heavy lifting for packaging. Basically, they're taking on the most repetitive and physically draining jobs. But this is where their versatility really starts to blow your mind. In healthcare, they're being used as incredibly steady hands to assist surgeons. They're helping patients through physical therapy routines. They're even zipping around hospitals, delivering lab samples and medicine. This frees up our amazing nurses and doctors to spend more time on actual patient care. And believe it or not, it doesn't stop there. Cobots are breaking into the service industry. You can now find them making your salad, mixing a perfect cocktail at a bar, restocking shelves in a store, or working in a massive warehouse to make sure your online order gets to you as fast as possible. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? Well, because cobots are generally cheaper and way easier to set up than those giant industrial robots, they're basically democratizing automation. This amazing technology isn't just for huge multinational corporations anymore. Now, small and medium-sized businesses can get in on the action and use it to grow. Of course, all of this leads us to the biggest question of all, the one you're probably thinking about right now. What does this mean for our jobs? And the answer really requires us to kind of rethink what our role in the workplace is even for. See,
It's not about humans versus machines, it's about a partnership. Think about it. We humans bring creativity, we make nuanced decisions, we solve weird, complex problems. The machines, they bring incredible precision, they have endless endurance, and they are perfectly consistent. You're combining the absolute best of both worlds.
The source material puts it perfectly, saying this creates a synergistic relationship where the collective output surpasses the sum of individual contributions. You know what that really means? It means 1 + 1 = 3. The human-robot team is just way better than either one could ever be on their own. So what happens to our job? It evolves. It gets an upgrade. We get to offload all the dull, the dirty, and the dangerous tasks to our new cobot partners. And that doesn't just free up our time, it elevates our work. We get to become the strategists, the creative thinkers, the supervisors of this incredible human-robot orchestra. All of this starts to lead to some pretty deep questions, you know? We're not just talking about a new tool here. We're on the verge of a true era of human-machine symbiosis, and that has huge implications for our future. This partnership creates this really fascinating idea called distributed cognition. Let me try and explain. The intelligence isn't just in your brain, and it's not just in the robot's computer. The real thinking is happening in the space between you two, in the collaboration itself. It's like a combined mind that is so much more powerful than either part working alone.
But of course, this incredible future isn't guaranteed. It's not just going to happen on its own. If we're going to build it the right way, we have to be thoughtful about it. We have to build systems that are based on trust. We need to develop ethical rules for AI. We have to commit to always be learning and improving our skills. And we have to figure out how to make sure the economic rewards of all this productivity are shared by everyone. And that brings us to our final thought. A cobot isn't just a better screwdriver or a fancier wrench. It's a fundamental change in how we relate to technology. So I want to leave you with this question to chew on. As these incredible machines continue to evolve from being just tools into becoming true partners, how are they going to help us redefine the absolute limits of what humans are capable of?